So I asked y'all in my stories, what would cause you to shut down the roster and commit to one person? And some of y'all responses were really hilarious because a lobotomy, really? Now this one is interesting, right? Because like this puts a lot of pressure on women to make demands, which is, especially for Black women, one of the things that people say are our worst qualities, being too demanding. So like I don't understand, and yeah, I don't understand. More of this, more of this. And you know what? I love that for you. I mean, me personally, I couldn't do it because I don't know how to cat. I don't know what to do with a cat. So we just both be looking at each other like, you know what I'm saying? But for you, if that's what works for you, hey, if you're a cat lover, my girl, you know what I'm saying? Your one is out here. This right here is a major turn on. Major turn. It's giving very much boyfriend material. You know what I'm saying? It's giving, I'm not talking to nobody else. Cause yes. If you partake in my content on a regular basis, I talk about this a lot. Alignment is very important because you can't just have one thing. Too much of one thing is just not balanced. You have to have balance. And so alignment, going in the same direction, having the same or similar beliefs. I do know some people who have very fulfilling relationships who don't necessarily align on everything. But, most of the alignment needs to be there, in my opinion. Yes. Okay, the ladies are speaking up about what it takes for them to become a one-man woman. And yes, I'm inclined to agree because a man who really cares about you, is very interested, he is making you a part of his life. You're not wondering, you know. So here's my take on this, right? I personally, I don't think I've ever really dated multiple people because like to date multiple people, you got to go on dates. You know what I'm saying? What I like to call, what I've been doing for the last couple of years is call centers. Really text centers, because that's mostly what I get is text messages and DMs. So, but, if I were to date multiple people, that does sound exhausting. And like, I'm just ready for my person. Come on here and get me all married up and pregnant, please. This is my favorite answer. From the women's perspective, this is my favorite answer because I know personally I operate at my best in the fullness of my femininity, in my softness. I am my best self, and I am working on rediscovering that part of myself even in my singleness. And like, I could be soft, you can have whatever you want. All right, like, yes. Y'all don't have dating in the UK? I don't know if I believe this. This is a trick because I know some people that live in the UK and we be talking about dating. What you got to put like a fizzy wiggis in it for it to be a date? A spot tea? Please don't delete me. Okay, I adore your accent. But like, what do y'all be doing over there? You just pick one and that's your person? I don't explain that to me. I like this one too, because that's something that a lot of people don't think about when they feeling all the butterflies in their tummy and, they got all the feelings and stuff. How do you handle conflict? Yes, that is a very, very attractive thing. Somebody can handle conflict calmly, early. It's giving 10s across the board. Okay, this is from a man, the person I feel the best connection with and I feel genuinely has my back. And I agree. I think that men don't get a chance to talk about this as openly as they probably would like, but feeling supported, and not in the sense of like you doing everything for me and I do nothing, but just like genuinely feeling supported. Yes. And I think women who really value partnership want to do that. They want to be there for you. They want you to be there for them. That reciprocity. Yes. Roster gone. When my priorities shifted, having multiple partners was serving my ego, but not my goals. You better go ahead and speak the truth. This is coming from one of my male followers. And that's very interesting. I would love to know what y'all think about that. Dating, having like a roster serving ego. Because like in my mind, I don't look at a roster, if I were to have one, as kind of an ego thing. I more so think of it as ninjas be dropping off the face of the earth every day. People be ghosting left and right. And I just, we fishing at this point. what's biting? You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with ego. It's really probability. But I could see how both of those could be problematic because, like, who has time for it? It's exhausting.